Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this beautiful afternoon here. The afternoon which will decide who will join Saudi Arabia in the finals of the ACC Men's T20I Challenger Cup 2024. Coming to you live from the TCG Cricket Ground, Bangkok. The two contenders, Singapore taking on Cambodia in this second semi-final. Earlier in the morning, it was Saudi Arabia who thumped their way into the finals. Right now, it's time to find out what happened at the toss. Let's move on to Babashish Nanda.
All in readiness then for the flip of the coin. It's Singapore taking on Cambodia in the second semi-final. I've got everyone ready here. I've got Aritra, of course, who's leading Singapore. I've got Lukman, who's been captaining Cambodia. And on the extreme left is the match official, Iftikhar Ahmed. Right, Aritra, you've got the coin. Give it a flip. Heads is the call. Tails it is. It's up to Singapore then. Aritra, what do you prefer first up?
We'll have a bat first.
Any particular reasons apart from the fact runs on the board always crucial?
I think that's about it. Good batting wicket, quick outfield, put runs on the board in a pressure game.
Do you have a score in your mind?
I think 170 is a good score on this week.
All right, go well. Good luck. Lukman, first up, you want to bowl. What was your call?
पीछे है हम भी बैटिंग ही करते हैं टॉस जीत के लेकिन अभी कोशिश यही करेंगे बॉलिंग में अच्छे से अच्छा करें कम से कम स्कोर पे पकड़ें इंशाल्लाह चेज करेंगे हम लोग.
You'll have to take a lot from that Saudi game who actually bowled first but bowled brilliantly, restricted the opposition. Do you have a score in your mind too?
दूसरा मैच है पीछे अच्छा है तो बैटिंग मेरे ख्याल में टॉस जीत के पहले बैटिंग ही हम लोग करते हैं लेकिन ये कि चले बॉलिंग में हम लोग इंशाल्लाह कवर करेंगे.
All right, good luck, Lukman. Right, then crucial toss goes in the way of Singapore. They have won the toss. Looking at the surface, they'll bat first.
Well, not much of a surprise there. Singapore winning the toss, electing to bat first in this increasing heat. That's when you would want to protect your fielders. Aman Desai, 3 games for him, 28 runs, average of 9, strike rate of 82. He will put all that behind because this is what matters the most. This is the game which will determine not just a final spot, but also if they can qualify for the Premier Cup or not. Aritra Datta, 100 runs for him in 3 matches, got a fine 50, played some lovely shots, 9 fours and 6 sixes. That strike rate of 149 is probably one of the highest strike rates in this tournament for batsmen apart from those who come from Saudi Arabia. Sharwan Godara, 5 matches, 8 wickets for him. Look at that economy rate of 4.4. Astounding bowling is what we have seen from him at times. All in readiness for action to begin. Second game of the day. And Cambodia will want to take inspiration from Saudi Arabia. Keep it full keep it straight, and then just hope for the best. After spending some time in the sunshine because of the toss, Babashish Nanda is back in the comforts of the air condition in the commentator's box. Welcome back, Babashish. Oh, you saw the pitch up close. You think anything has changed?
Hasn't. Few patches here and there, which might aid the spinners, but we'll talk about that later. First ball, first up. Sharwan has got a slip in a gully. Round the wicket, floaty way outside the off. But really like this from Sharwan here. He's running in full tilt. And he's keeping it full too.
Yes, I like the length. The length is absolutely spot on. What he has to do is just get it closer to the left-hander.
Really love that. In this heat, if you're pushing your body and you're getting that pace up first up, tells you you're nice and loose. Goes for the drive, has beaten him with that pace once again. By the time Aman Desai got his bat down, the ball had already gone to Uday Singh Hathinjar with the big gloves. Two fantastic deliveries in terms of the length. Maybe the line is a touch wider and he will start working his way closer to the stumps. But so much to like about this young, tall, quick. That'll be another wide. It is also impressive because time and again Sharwan had been guilty of bowling deliveries down the leg side. Not this particular game and this spell. He's very focused on being around off stump. Yes, he can get tighter for sure. Oh, bad idea to get slightly closer to the stumps. Edged and gone! Cambodia has drawn first blood here. Wideish delivery. Desai goes for the hit. And Lukman Butt has really soaked up that ball in that slip cordon. Cambodia getting off to a dream start here. Nervy, slightly nervy. Aman Desai goes for a duck. This is where the pressure really can get to you. Number 3 batter must have been hoping the openers will just play out this opening spell. Not to be. Rohan Rangarajan is out there in the very first over. Only 17 runs so far in the tournament. And he will be facing up to Sharwan, who's now got a wicket under his belt and perhaps will be fired up even more.
And he's going to bowl to a right-hander. Yes, get that natural shape away from him.
Don't drop them, Uday. Not today. If bowlers are running in fast and hard, you've got to really keep them in the gloves. That one didn't matter. There was no edge on offer. But just as a habit, Cambodia fielders, their keeper, must be extremely careful. No drop chances today. Can't give Singapore a let off.
And every alternate ball, almost every alternate ball has been a wide so far in this spell. Wide, dot, wide, then a wicket, then a dot, and now another wide.
The first thing that Cambodia did once they reached the ground was fielding practice. Plenty of high balls. Keeper doing his own set of drills too. So they're very much aware of the fact that you really have to back up these two new ball bowlers and then their spinners.
Excellent delivery. Excellent delivery from Sharwan there. Right on target. Not much Rangarajan can do about it. Barring just a defensive push towards the offside.
For that ball, Sharwan getting closer to the umpire at the bowling crease. Not a bad idea to actually go wider. See if Rangarajan chases at the wide-ish line.
He was testing him. He was testing him. Rangarajan had a thought for a moment to put it away, but restrained himself from doing so.
And this was wide of the crease from Godara. That tells you he's thinking about every delivery. He's got a plan in place. Now then, they removed that solitary slip fielder. He's gone to gully for the last ball of the over.
More of the same, it looks like. Yes, more of the same. Excellent finish to the over. Oh, it's gone through.
As I said, the keeper hasn't been switched on. That's costed them an extra run. 4 runs on the board. A wicket for Sharwan in the very first over. Utkarsh Jain, Uday Singh Hatinjar, the keeper for Cambodia, Anish Prasad, Etienne Bukes, Gulam Murtaza, Chugtai, Lakshit Gupta, Lukman Bhatt, Ram Roshan Sharan, Sharwan Godara, Stanley Salvin and Fone Berethan is the extra spinner, I believe, that they have got for this game. Singapore will have Aritra right at the top. He's yet to face a ball. There's Sachin, the tall, quick, Harsha Bharadwaj, their leggy Aman Desai just got out. And then pretty much persisting with the same team that has gotten them to this grand semi-final, in fact, and will be hoping they can go on and play the finals. Here is Gulam.
And he keeps it straight as well. Very well bowled. They set up for a quick single. And Aritra Datta, after having seen a lot happening from the other end, finally gets strike.
Extremely impressive, these two new ball bowlers all throughout the tournament. And today they have got their length spot on here. Mixing it up with the odd back of the lane delivery and constantly going full up. Captain of Singapore on strike.
Does well, just drops it on the onside for a quick single. That's a good feeling to get off the mark straight away. Just cut the noise that is happening at the other end.
Rangarajan got a few wide-ish deliveries, didn't chase at them. I don't think Murtaza will be shorter. He'll once again target the fuller length. Something that Murtaza has, which Sharwan almost stays away from, is how straight sometimes Murtaza can bowl even while swinging the ball. Edged away over the gully, it will race away. First boundary, then Rangarajan eventually slashes at one, picks up 4.
I think things are happening as per plans for Cambodia. They've got a plan in place. They want Rangarajan to chase at deliveries outside off. Just get a feeling if they want that, they should have a third man in place.
They do, but that third fielder is a lot finer. You should have that more towards backward point, deep backward point, than a finer third. So I think the change has been made in terms of the angle for that particular fielder.
And he bowled straight on the stumps. Came back in slightly.
When Sharwan bowls straight, it goes gun barrel straight. He gets that away shape, but mostly you're beaten with pace. Not for Murtaza. Murtaza could be slightly lighter on pace, but it will move both ways and still have the stumps in play. So as a batter, you can't really overcommit to the first line of the ball.
Watchfully defended again, wanted a single, but changed his mind, and rightly so. Murtaza, one good thing that he has done is he hasn't bowled an extra delivery. When you're running in full tilt, you don't want to bowl more than six balls in an over.
Not in this Bangkok heat. Not at all. For the right-handers, both the ends are, well, evenly balanced in terms of batting. Because of the number of right-arm seamers we have seen so far today, for the left-handers, it gets slightly trickier with the foot marks going on. Only pokey, pushy at that one. Now they have the protection in that region. It's 11 for 1 after the first two. Real impact maker in this Cambodia team, Sharwan Godara. Wicket of the very first over, returns for his second. Lukman Bhatt had stationed himself in at gully and Sharwan pointed him to go towards the slip region. So he wants to bowl fuller, he wants to be straighter.
Just a little on the short side there. Another run added to the tally then. That brings Datta on strike for the first time to Sharwan.
And for the new batter, that slip fielder has gone to gully. New batter for Godara, of course. Well played. Really well played. It's an underarm flick from the fielder. Cambodia really believe they've got their man. And Datta doesn't seem that confident. He's got the teapot on.
Yes, let's just wait and watch. Let's take a look at the replay. Oh yes, direct hits are always dangerous. And Datta is well shot.
Outstanding this is from Cambodia. Once their new ball bowlers have struck, it is their fielders who are now backing that up. Massive, massive movement in the game. Captain of Singapore goes cheaply.
He departs for 1 of 2. Singapore 12 for 2. Oh, Anish is the new man in. But Rangarajan is the man who is dismissed here. Another outside edge, another wicket.
What a story this is for Cambodia. They have unleashed their quick bowler. And he is running through this Singapore top order. 3 down for nothing. Rangarajan looking to force his way. Uday Hatinjar holds on to that one. He celebrated on the move. So did Sharwan. Gone for 7. It's a blackout in that dugout right now. People can't find their stuff. They're quickly getting ready, going out there and still getting out.
Surendran Chandra Mohan, the bull, comes into the middle. 87 runs for him. Most of those came in that first game that Singapore played.
Sharwan will be targeting those ultra light red pads. In fact, Sharwan will be the bull targeting the red here.
He would actually want to target the red behind the batter there. If the other red comes in between, no worries. Sharwan to Chandra Mohan. Right up there. Chandra Mohan gets bat on it. That will run away to the fence for 4. This is a very exciting start to the second semi-final.
He was overbalancing on that occasion. Chandra Mohan very lucky to get his bat down. The pads were in play. The line was slightly off. Straight away, they've sent that fine leg fielder to the boundary so that he can continue targeting the pads. I don't want to be sounding defensive, but I would have actually held Chandra Mohan back here. Sent somebody else who can then go ahead and perhaps plan the innings with Param. And then once you have a platform, then you want somebody like Chandra Mohan coming in. With a slightly older ball against spinners, he's at his best. Against bowlers who are bowling full and quick and constantly keeping the stumps in play, he'll find it difficult though. Stoppage in play.
I'm not very sure what that is about. But yeah, we are back up. Sharwan at this point in time doesn't want to be stopped. He wants to keep pegging away. And there was the stomp. Pushed straight to the fielder. That is a dot ball. First couple of deliveries. The first ball, in fact, that Chandra Mohan faced, we didn't see the stomp. And one boundary can do your confidence a world of good. Suddenly you start feeling a lot more like yourself. What want to do, what works for you. Final delivery of Sharwan's second over. And well bowled again. Excellent finish to the over. 3 bowled, 16 for 3.
Tag team effort from these two fast bowlers. Ghulam Murtaza would love to be on the board. Here is Anish Edward Param though. Fine half century, scored 92 last time around. Anish uses his feet to counter that swing on offer and does well to get to the other end. Having said that, he should have worked as a bit of a night watchman, trying to guard Chandra Mohan. That's not happening. And by no means we are trying to say that Chandra Mohan is not adequate enough to get through this spell. It's just that different batters have got different kinds of strengths and weaknesses. Very second you develop a certain kind of strength, it can be worked against you too. And that's true for everybody.
Chandra Mohan on strike. Murtaza into his second over. He's been overshadowed by Sharvan Godara all through this tournament. Again, some change in personnel, it seems.
Yeah, that's a spinner who they're playing today. In fact, the 12th man has come in. Somebody must have, maybe Sharwan must have gone out for a quick change of shirt. Down the leg side, Murtaza doing the right thing too, targeting the stumps, just couldn't control the line. They've got their plan spot on to Chandra Mohan here. They're trying to trap him, LBW, or get through his defenses, not trying to get him caught. Nothing outside the off to him so far, everything on the stumps.
That's well bowled again off the outside half of the bat that goes towards the fielder. Stationed for something a little different. Something airy-fairy.
Airy is still fine. Fairy will get him out here. It's so important that these two batters now put on a partnership for Singapore. You know, fight your way to a par score here. Short ball, bad ball. Fairly unnecessary for Murtaza. That gives Chandra Mohan enough time to cut that one away for 4.
Nicely struck there. He just got the little bit of breathing space that he needed, and he immediately put it away. And I think Lukman should have saved that.
Yeah, bowler should have been fuller. Lukman should have definitely stopped it, but that's not the part of the plan. Even if you're trying to set him up, the bouncer should have been inside the line of the body and not outside off. So Murtaza must not be happy with that. He needs to get that length up.
Comes down the track and brilliantly played through the offside for 4 more. Well, Chandra Mohan is hell-bent in proving us wrong.
And good for him. Knew that this will be fuller. Came down the track. Got the back leg and front leg, everything out of the way. Just the heavy bat comes down on the ball. Crucial runs these inside the power play. Even after losing 3 wickets, if they can finish with a power play where they go 7 runs per over, that's still great.
Banged in shot this time. And that's a wide.
I would rather concede a wide while trying to bowl a straighter bouncer than get it outside off and get cut for 4. Because of that one error, he's almost allowed Chandra Mohan the freedom to start this innings.
Soft hands wanted a single. Sent back by his partner. Previous over, Murtaza didn't bowl any extra deliveries. This over, he has bowled a couple. Final delivery of his second over here. Could be the last of the spell as well. Slow delivery, whipped away. They're looking for a single. And they get it. 4 overs bowled, it's 28 for 3.
Six wickets in the tournament for Lukman, but he's got runs too and has been phenomenal on the field while catching. But could he just wait for one more over and should have made Sharwan bowl another one? Give him another crack at Chandra Mohan here. Maybe, just maybe, Lukman thinks he can execute the same plan. We'll wait and watch.
Full all right, driven straight to the fielder at mid-off. But then the question is, does Lukman have that pace to trouble Chandra Mohan?
He doesn't. Neither has the height advantage that Sharwan has. Tall bowler bowling Yorker is actually very difficult to pick. Chandra Mohan with the head slightly tilting in his stance. Comes down the track, guides that one away towards the third fielder. He can afford to do this now. Because of the lack of pace that you're talking about, it's much easier to move around and still be able to manage.
So that brings Param on strike again. It looks like he picked up a single a long time ago.
What do you think? Sharwan has been given just a breather here, and he comes from the far end.
Well,
Sent back.
He might. But then if your bowler is bowled so well from one end, picked up a couple of wickets, why would you want to change his end? I don't think bowlers like that.
Left alone. Disciplined line from Lukman here. When the 12th man actually came in, I thought Sharwan perhaps went in for some treatment just to deal with this heat and the 2 quick overs that he's bowled. But he was very much on the field. Nah, because of the movement, he was definitely outside the line of off. Param is finding his own way of surviving against the new ball, unlike Chandra Mohan, who's very much aggressive. Param wants to bat on and on.
Yes, and we've seen what he is capable of towards the end of the innings. He has got the ability to uplift his strike rate by leaps and bounds. Excellent first over from Lukman, but just a single from it. 5 overs bowled, 29 for 3.
Five overs of seam up stuff has actually worked for them, but they will go to that mandatory 1 over of spin inside the power play. And it is Utkarsh Jain who's used to doing this job for his captain, bowling from his favorite end too. It's just that unlike the previous matches, on this surface there might not be a lot of turn. So in order to extract that turn, you got to be bowling slightly slower maybe and really give it a rip. And there is a slip in position that is basically for the arm ball, which comes back sharply at Chandra Mohan. He has the tendency to fall over sometimes, which is why the arm ball from Utkarsh will be the one that could trouble him.
Oh, tossed up well on that occasion. Gave it a lot of flight on that occasion.
He's just trying to mix his lines here. First one, got straighter. This one was wider. And straighter again. Was on the shorter side. That's why Chandra Mohan can turn it away on the onside and get off strike.
They'll bring Param on strike. Now Utkarsh really bowled pretty well in the first match that Cambodia played. Picked up a few wickets. Opens the face of the blade. Stanley makes the save inside the circle.
He's one bowler who hasn't been given the semi-new ball or the new ball so far. They've relied on him only for the death. Taken by Lukman, but that is almost impossible. First to anticipate the movement, second to be so finer and then cover up for the catch. He's taken 2 blinders in the slips. This is even better.
Yes, the moment he shaped for that reverse sweep, Lukman was ready. And that is why he could actually hold on to that one. Stunning catch diving to his right. Utkarsh Jain strikes in his very first over. And the man of the match of the previous game, Anish Param, departs for 1 of 7.
Yes, they've sent in the left-hander now. Cambodia do have an offie too, who could be in earlier. Now, Utkarsh has got a few rough areas to work with outside the off stump. That is for the left-hander. Let's see if he generates a bit more turn. Played back to the bowler. Abhi off the mark.
Should have stopped it. Power play done. It's 31 for 4.
A power play has belonged to Sharwan once again. Began with that early strike, got rid of Aman. Then the big wicket came of a run out. Underarm flick sends Datta back. The very next ball, Rohan Rangarajan edged one to the keeper. Surendra Chandra Mohan has come out firing, striking boundaries on both sides of the pitch. Anish trying to force the issue. Got out to an exceptional effort from Lukman, but who's all set to bowl his second over. Start of the 7th with Avi Dikshit on strike.
Lukman bowled a very tidy first over. Full this time, driven. He'll get off. He did get off the mark of the first ball itself, but he'll pick up another single here.
Very important that even when this ball is not hard and extremely new, Cambodia should persist with the same plan to Chandra Mohan, which is to try and get him to score on the onside. Having said that, they've kept the fine leg fielder inside the circle. That is surprising. You want a bit of cushion, bit of safety net when you're bowling the straighter line by having that fielder back. Or is that a ploy to make Chandra Mohan play on the onside a bit more?
Well, it could be that means he'll fall over a little more as well. That's nicely done. Straight to the fielder at third man. That will just be another single. With the field spread out, that might just become a little easier for Singapore.
Something else I would really like to see is Utkarsh bowling round the wicket to the left-hander. If he does get another over now, next over, see if he can land it in those minimum patches that have just developed. Again, a very good shot, an excellent stop from the bowler.
First over that Butt bowled gave just 1 run. Just the 2 so far in this over. Right up there. Pushed straight to the fielder. Another dot ball.
One of the other games where actually Singapore lost their top order cheaply. Avi did put up a fight with the bat. Scored about 20 odd. Showed some resistance. So clearly they back his batting skills.
Nicely put away, and that is brilliant placement from Avi Dikshit. Just gently opening the face of the blade and getting a boundary.
Yeah, highly skillful there. Close to the body, played it so late. 7 overs are done, 37 for 4. What you're watching is something phenomenal from Cambodia. They're pushing Singapore big time in the semi-final, and all the action comes to you when you unlock cricket. Download the ACC app now. Also visit www.asiancricket.org. It will be Utkarsh to bowl his second over with Chandra Mohan on strike.
Utkarsh has managed to pick up a wicket in his very first over, but that wicket belongs to Lukman. What can he do in this over? Too far outside the off stump this time. Cut away straight to the fielder for a single.
And Chandra Mohan, like many other batters, is also driven by confidence that he gathers from spending time out there. He's been out there for 16 balls right now. You expect that is good enough for somebody like him to now build on this. Go on and make a 80, a 100, something of that sort. Just a hint of turn there. We managed it nicely for a run on the onside. And he's straight away gone down at the non-striker's end. I think this is cramps coming in very early in the game. And that's not to do with all the hard work he's put in so far. It is from the week before. Now they've played, what, 4 games in quick time? So all that up is just showing up right now. Real trouble for Singapore here. They must have sent Avi Dikshit up the order so he can then rotate the strike, run harder between the wickets with Chandra Mohan, who's striking them well. But now Avi Dikshit has gone down with the cramps. So those quick singles might not be quick enough. And real opportunity for Cambodia to get a few dot balls in. See if you can put some more pressure on Surendra and Chandra Mohan.
He's batting on 17 of 16. He's played out the seamers all right. Nicely tossed up, defended.
Very well bowled too, using the width of the crease to the fullest. Bowled from a really wideish angle, Utkarsh.
Edged and gone. Lukman Butt has picked up another splendid catch at slip. This is incredible stuff.
On a catching dream is Lukman Butt. Like a cat. Those reflexes are so strong, the ball had passed him. The big man, the dangerous striker, Surendran Chandra Mohan, falls only with 17 runs next to him. Singapore in all sorts of trouble here.
Rahul Sharma is the new man in now. 2 matches, 29 runs for him. A boundary, 3 sixes. That strike rate of 264. That's not what Singapore need right now. Full toss, driven straight to the fielder. just get a feeling that Utkarsh Jain owes a treat or two to Lukman for those 2 wickets. Single there for Rahul. Will pick up a single. Off the mark now. 8 overs bowled, 40 for 5.
Half of the Singapore side back in the hut, with Lukman Butt making a real impact in that slip cordon. Gets his 3rd over. Nicely flicked away. That'll be runs, 4 of those for Rahul Sharma.
Just getting another boundary. Rahul Sharma there. 44 for 5 is the score at the moment. Winning the toss, electing to bat first. Last thing they would have wanted is this. Quick question, Babashish. When do you think is the right time to give another over to Sharman?
Anytime now.
That's a beautiful shot from Rahul Sharma. Just showing a lot of class there. Opening the face of the blade and steering it down towards the deep backward point region for 4.
I think Lukman really enjoyed that shot. There was a happy smile on his face. And that is not because he's conceded 4. That is because he's looked at this surface and how good it is for batting. So that when he walks out to bat with not too many to get, he will back himself to get all the runs. 2 shots from Rahul Sharma just tells you how good batting surface this has become.
Beautiful delivery. Beating the outside edge on that occasion. Rahul expecting that to come back in. That just went straight through.
Also, I just get a feeling his weight is on the back foot. At the start of this over, that's something Lukman Butt can exploit. It's not as fast as Sharman. He's quick enough if he bowls full. Back of the length once again. Very much caught in the crease. Not pushing forward so far.
Excellent recovery from Lukman, but after the first couple of boundaries here, he's bowled a 3 dot balls, mixing it up, bowling the cutter this time.
Avi did set off for a quick single and straight away the cramps returned. It's even tougher because he's one of their premier bowlers who bowls all the 4 overs. So this is a real blow to Singapore inside the first hour of the game. Nicely played away. Don't think Avi can return for the second.
9 overs bowled, 49 for 5.
Third over, it will be for Utkarsh, who's got now figures of 2 for 5, more like none for 5, with Lukman being very much involved in both of those wickets. That's been driven strongly by Rahul Sharma. Third boundary for him.
The third time he's played a shot which is just seemed so amazing. Not much effort there, not trying to complicate things, just easy to the eye, driving. 50 up for Singapore.
Utkarsh will be okay with that, as long as Rahul continues to drive. Drives again, a lot straighter, down to long off for a run.
The left-hander on strike now.
I don't think you need a long off. You can understand with the ball spinning back in, a long on, a deep mid-wicket. Why do you need a long off for? He's looking to tap and run, and you need more fielders inside the circle to stop him from exactly doing that.
This boundary of the first ball. Couple of singles, that's 6 runs off the over already. And all that without taking any chances. And now he drives with a lot of power, but there is protection in the deep. Just a single.
Another thing Utkarsh can actually do is bowl extremely slow to Avi. Slow and touch Fuller, ask him to lunge forward. Basically make it as uncomfortable as you can for the batter who's struggling with cramps. The wider you bowl, sometimes that becomes tougher too. Anything where he has to reach for something is difficult now.
Nicely done. It was a very good delivery and very well played in the end as well. 10 overs bowled, 57 for 5.
And that is drinks. Much needed one for Singapore. And a chance for Cambodia to regroup. having used the 4 bowlers so far and all of them having played their part. Here is the 5th one for Cambodia, and the challenge only gets tougher for Avi Dikshit, who's got a little bit of a break, more time to get the fluids in the body. He's almost used up a crepe bandage to almost tighten up that area. He got the cramps. Gets off the mark with a single after drinks.
So new bowler coming in. Ram Roshan Sharan has a big responsibility on his shoulders because his partners have done really well. Sharma will be on strike. He's batting on 16 of 11. Some beautiful shots played by him. And that's off the outside edge. Very lucky that didn't carry. Time for a change in voices as we have Richard back in the comm box. What a performance this has been from Cambodia, Richard.
They're doing very well in their first semi-final of an ACC tournament. They've done well in the SEA Games when they hosted it in Cambodia. But this is a different matter. They played in the qualifier. They won that. They're now in the semi-finals and looking good.
Full toss, upish, straight to the fielder. Well. It was a full toss. He could have hit it anywhere. Hit it straight to Etienne Bukes. Just get a feeling that he was cramping up and that resulted in that lazy shot from him. That is the end of Avi Dikshit then. 59 for 6. Harsha Bharadwaj comes into the middle. Hasn't done anything with the bat yet. It's a big ask of him right now. Flattish delivery outside the off stump. Play and a miss. Dot ball.
This couldn't have gone much better for Cambodia. Godera took wickets at the start and then Lukman, but some fantastic fielding.
Easy single to finish the over. 3 runs and a wicket. 11 bowled. 60 for 6. Utkarsh Jain and Sharvan Godara at the top of the wicket takers list. Very similar numbers. 10 wickets of 6 games.
Cambodia had those 2 extra games against Myanmar and China to get into this main tournament. And haven't they done well?
It's been a fantastic story, and Murtaza comes back into the attack now. Starts off with a full delivery on the pads. There was a bit of an appeal for a leg before, can't be given. Leg by signaled by the umpire there.
It looks like Cambodia are trying to go for the kill. Try to bowl out Singapore for under 100.
In that case, wouldn't you bring back Sharwan Godara? It's defended on the offside for a single. Bharadwaj gives a strike to... Right. He will get back on strike, beg your pardon. Oh, there was the edge. Didn't carry, I suppose. Not very sure about it, but just get a feeling that probably that didn't carry. Just fell short. Murtaza Chugtai was expensive in his second over. And what a delivery! What a beautiful delivery that is from Murtaza. Inch perfect Yorker, and Bharadwaj is knocked over.
Yeah, splendid Yorker from Murtaza. And Cambodia really have a good bowling attack here. 7 wickets down, 62 runs. Harsha Bharadwaj out for 1.
So the off spinner from Singapore, Akshay Puri, is the new man in. Just get a feeling that Singapore have no clue what has hit them here. And I would definitely want to see Sharwan Godara bowling from the opposite end. Right up there again. Kept out by Puri. It's a dot ball.
Still a bit strange because Singapore we thought were maybe the second best team in the tournament behind Saudi Arabia. They scored 199 in their first innings, looked good with the bat. The last 3 games, they lost 3 wickets in the second over in one game against Thailand. They lost 2 wickets, early wickets in their next game, and now they're 7 down here. They managed to recover against Japan, but this might be too far.
Not quite off the middle of the bat. Just 1 run off the bat and a wicket from that over. 12 bowled, 62 for 7. Yes, Sharvan Godara is back in the attack. 2 for 8 in his 2 overs.
Oh yeah, 2 overs left, so he's got more than enough time to bowl out Singapore in this spell.
Played with soft hands. He will look for 2. And that is good running between the wickets.
It's all down to Rahul Sharma now. We saw him end the innings against Japan in great style as they got 50 runs in the last 2 overs. But they had wickets in hand at that stage and a set batsman at the other end. Here it's all down to Sharma.
Very well bowled. Back to the bowler there. That will be a dot ball.
Looks like Sharma knows he has to see it through to the end.
I think he has to be smart here. Just play out Sharvan. Unless an unplayable delivery comes and gets you. Oh, inside edge. Managed to pick up a single. Not very sure it's a great idea to expose Puri to Sharvan for 3 deliveries here.
Looks like he's taking leg stump guard.
That's brave to say the least. 65 for 7 in 12.5 overs. Going on at just about 5 and over. Excellent delivery.
Because this will be an amazing story if Cambodia make it to the final and qualify for the Premier Cup. They've really only been playing as a serious nation for 1 year. They won the SEA Games at home, but they sort of had an advantage with the new team when some of the other teams were just playing their national players. But they're playing some strong teams in this tournament.
Again, another delivery right on the stumps. That's played away. Another dot ball. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a story for ages. What has been a fine performance here by Cambodia.
I think all the countries in this region are getting excited because cricket might become an Olympic sport in 8 years' time. But I hope that the lesser countries get a chance to play in the competition. Oh, that's a bad ball.
And Uday fails to stop that as well, so there'll be 2 wides. He brings Rahul Sharma back on strike.
I think France might be the reigning Olympic champions.
Yeah, they are. Reigning Olympic champions. Pretty much France, if I'm not wrong. 1900 was the year when it was played.
Yeah, that sort of time, 124 years ago. They've held it long enough.
Oh, right up there. Very well bowled. Sharma does well to pick up a single. 13 overs bowled. It's 68 for 7.
but quite a few of the teams have got Olympic rings on their shirts. So whenever it seems like there'll be a new sport at the Olympics, the governments get quite excited, want to support that sport.
It looks like we got it wrong. It was Great Britain who won the match by 158 runs. So they are the reigning gold medalists. Well, originally Belgium, France, Great Britain and Netherlands, all four enrolled, and they were scheduled to play in a semi-finals and final kind of a situation, but not didn't. Belgium and Netherlands withdrew. So Stanley is into the attack then. He likes to come into situations like this and pick up wickets out of nowhere. Looking to sweep, they pick up a single. So it will be Puri on strike. .69 for 7. These two batters are just trying to play for time at the moment. Down the leg side, that'll be a wide.
There have been a few extras today. Might just keep Singapore in with a chance. Pressure might be on Cambodia with the chase to make history for them.
Almost off the leading edge on that occasion. Goes towards long off for another single. First runs for Puri then. Full delivery, that's been picked up brilliantly. But straight to the fielder in the deep, just a single. Well, Cambodia don't want to be in a situation where they're letting things be right now. Off the outside edge this time, another single taken. Maybe just don't get into a false sense of security. We'll reduce Singapore to 73 for 7. Because once that 100 run mark is breached, then it becomes a bit of a contest. Big shot. Good connection and 6 runs.
Yeah, this is the Sharma we saw against Japan. Singapore 79 for 7 after 14.
Sharan to bowl another over. Puri looking to run it down there. Gets beaten. That is a dot ball. First over, 1 for 3. Oh, playing a miss. That was pushed through quicker by Sharan. Nicely done, flicked away straight to the fielder. Top edge and a simple catch.
Lookman, but it's not going to drop those.
That's what is fourth catch? Well, simplest of catches there. Ram Roshan Sharan picks up his second wicket. Number 8 goes down as Akshay Puri departs for 2 of 10.
These tailenders have to give some support to Rahul Sharma, even if it's just to block out these next 2 balls.
Yes, Sachin Banamali is the new man in. Doesn't really have to bat like Sachin. It's okay if he bats like Zahir Khan did with Sachin at the other end in the Bangladesh Test match. He wants a single. Very brave. End of the over. 15 balls, 79 for 8. It's a wicket maiden from Sharan.
Rahul Sharma pretty much in the team for his bowling. Who knew he's trying to save the semi-final now with the bat in hand and all by himself. Cuts that one really well. Denied the single, kept the strike, converts the first ball to the boundary.
He's making batting look easy, 33 off 23. Just the rest of his teammates have all struggled.
And you wonder why. Looks like a really good surface to bat on, Richard. And Saudi showed us the way those 2 openers kept going at it. Missed the sweep. Short fine leg fielder has missed it. They'll come back for the second. After an hour or so in this menacing heat, finally things starting to go Singapore's way. just exactly when Cambodia doesn't want that. They've been brilliant so far. They need to now finish this job for getting these 2 last wickets.
Yeah, I think with Sharma at the crease, Singapore will be looking to bat out their overs.
Yes, for as long as possible, and preferably all 20 of those. If you can score of every ball from here on in, you still get up to the 120 mark. Left alone. Not a bad option. He knows all the striking that needs to be done will be done by him. So take your time. Go only against the fuller ball. Mistimes it, but with the breeze it almost carried to that deep mid-wicket fielder.
So can Sachin last 1 ball? I wouldn't normally say that.
I think he can. His bat does come from second slip almost, but tends to have a defense just like that. Keeps it out. 7 also came from that over. 2 for 20 for Utkarsh in his quota of 4 overs. 4 overs to go, 86 for 8. Things happening thick and fast in this second semi-final. You want to stay updated with all that action. You got to unlock cricket. Download ACC app now. You can also visit www.asiancricket.org. Constantly trying to take the ball away from the right-hander, away from the hitting arc of Rahul Sharma. As Sharan begins his 3rd over. Rahul hasn't got it. In fact, he's got it so badly that he'll be safe. Ram was still complaining. Wanted Stanley to come all the way from the boundary and take that catch. Sachin, we have seen your block. Can you push one for a run? Not yet. Still only 3 balls are done, so single is still on. Tight. If Sharan gets around, but they'll get the run. Well done, Sachin.
Yeah, good from Sachin. Got a single to get his senior partner back on strike.
And Rahul now has to pick and choose. Ball number 4 is where Sachin gave him the strike. So now he's got 2 more deliveries to size up Sharan. And preferably hit this one for a boundary. Take a single of the last ball. Sharan cunningly pulls the length back. This is actually a difficult ball for Sachin because he doesn't want to be taking one and shouldn't be taking a lot of risk. So he plays it down back to the bowler, keeps it safe. And with that, 17 overs are done. Singapore are still in this fight. They're 89 for 8.
You would think that Cambodia would be favourites without too many runs to chase, but will the magnitude of the occasion prove too much for them? Will the pressure mount and mount? We'll see it in the next couple of hours.
They'll be hoping their openers get them off to a good start. I think that is the best thing they can do to back up a bowling performance like this. I hope Uday Singh Hatinjar is not thinking about his batting already. They need to get these two out first as quickly as possible to Rahul Sharma, who possesses the real threat. He's batting on 38 from 31, but has the ability to go at a much higher strike rate. He's a tall batter. He's got a long reach, very stable base, and he'll be hitting with the wind. If he gets something, gets a Yorker, hits it down to Stanley at deep mid. More of the same is what Sachin will be hoping for. Bat on ball and try and get one. Murtaza doing the right thing. You don't need a deep mid wicket for Sachin Banamali. So that fielder has now come inside the circle. He's pushed the third fielder back. Will Murtaza aim for the stumps? Does so. And Sachin does well to get the heavy bat down. Turns out to be a fluent straight drive. And gives the strike back to Rahul. If Cambodia do go through, then the kind of bowling performance they've shown, that will stand the strongest, that will stand the best test possible against the Saudi batting lineup, who butchered the Japanese bowling attack today.
Yeah, they've already played Saudi once of Cambodia. I think the result was 88 runs. 88 runs.
Yeah, real hammering that first day for them, but they've come a long way from that particular game.
Yeah, they fought back well and won their last two games. Now they're doing well in the semi-final.
And have, I believe, at least one leg now in that finals berth. Short of length delivery, that seems to have worked. Murtaza celebrates. Rahul is unmoved. Hasn't been given by the umpire. Rahul just wants to check, is it? Oh no, he's walking. Clear deflection, all right. I don't think the umpire raised the finger straight away. That's why Rahul could hang around for a bit. Then he got the nod. Fighting knock from Rahul Sharma. Goes for 39.
Well, that was a fine effort from Rahul Sharma. Can the last pair at the crease together get 9 more runs to raise the century?
It will be Ramesh Kalimuthu, who's got a 4 and a 6 to his name. What an excellent second and third spell it has been for Murtaza. Time to really go for the stumps once again. Instead lands a full toss. Ramesh will have the strike. 12 balls to go. How many more can Singapore manage?
So Cambodia want things finished in this over. Sharwin Godera is coming back. Took 2 early wickets and he's looking for his 3rd.
The ball goes on to hit Ramesh's bat as he takes a run. Allows Banmali, who's been out there for a little while, majorly trying to give the strike back to the set batter. Turns out in this partnership, he is the set batter. So the onus of scoring right now must be on him. Does he go for it? Has to keep that one out. Really good ball from Godara. Still the wiser thing to do is to bat on till the last ball of the innings.
That's right, a few singles, 4 or 5 singles still would be valuable. And you never know, there could be a 4 or a 6.
Doesn't carry to that backward point fielder. Banmali did try to go for a 4. And it looked like he did open the face of the bat as well. Just get a feeling Ramesh might try and back away here. So going for the stumps is still the best option. Missed the stumps, got him on his back leg.
Leg by, but 3 runs off the over so far. Eight balls left.
Yeah, Singapore are really in the need of as many as they can get from this particular over and the last one. Length ball, can't really get underneath that one. He's got real skill in terms of watching the batter till the very end too, Godara. So he can ever so slightly change the length. Sometimes touch fuller, sometimes touch shorter, depending on if the batter has made an initial movement. Change of pace. Falls between all of those fielders. And they'll concede the overthrow, ricochet of the stumps. Not a bad over.
5 runs, 97 for 9. 1 more over to go. Certainly Singapore have done well to take the innings into the last over. All those wickets fell early.
.52 dot balls. It's what Singapore they've managed.
And the spinner Ram Charan to bowl the last over.
Yes, Lukman did use up Sharwan's and Murtaza's over to get Singapore all out. That's why Sharan bowls the 20th. Uday Singh Hatinjar has missed the stumping. And that is 100 up, 2 for Singapore.
4 by signalled there.
Keeping hasn't really been Cambodia's stronger suit.
Definitely a chance for a stumping there.
Absolutely. Pulled by Ramesh there. Ramesh wanted two. Now, Sachin Banmali, I think he'll back himself to go with the breeze against the off spinner. Only hits that one squarer, and this time will come back for the second. They've got 13 runs of the last 9 balls. That is good going.
The last pair have done well. And they're swinging now.
Yeah, the length was perfect there from Sharan. Not letting Sachin Banmali get underneath this one. Might go wider to Ramesh. And does so off the thickish outside edge. That might race away. Bukes did try his very best. These are extremely valuable runs for Singapore.
Probably as many as they could have dreamed of.
It's unlucky for Sharan. Did beat the batter. Luke's putting in fine effort there. Last ball of the innings. And eventually Sharan gets the wicket. Singapore bowled out, but they managed to bat the entirety of those 20 overs. 109 all out now in the second semi-final. Remember, they won the toss. They wanted to bat first, and it looked like an absolute batting belter. But then came Cambodia with their free spirit, and Sharwan Godara with the new ball, who wreaked havoc. Cambodia was very smart in taking their catches too, especially their captain Lukman Butt, who ended up with 4 catches in that innings, and only Rahul Sharma could provide some resistance. 39 from 34 for Rahul. 2 wickets for Sharwan, Ghulam and Utkarsh, and 3 for Ram Roshan Sharan. And with 16 extras, Cambodia will be hoping that these runs are still not too many. Required run rate under 6. It's only the pressure that batting lineup will have to account for. We dive into a short break. We'll come back with the run chase.
Welcome back. The innings that was 109 is what Singapore got after winning the toss, electing to bat. 110 is what Cambodia need at 5.5 runs per over to qualify, not just for the finals but also for the Premier Cup. That will be a fascinating story for Cambodia. Singapore will want to make it as difficult as possible for them to get these runs. Umpires are ready, the bowler is ready on his mark, the batter is ready on his mark. Just waiting for the clock to strike, it seems. Is that Stanley Salvin for you? 3 matches, 37 runs. He's got a good strike rate of 116. What Cambodia would want him to do is bat in a similar way. Uday Singh Hattinger got runs in that previous game. 5 matches for him, 100 runs for him. Didn't have a great day with the gloves. Will want to make up for it. Taking the new ball is going to be Ramesh Kalimuttu. Economy rate of 6.65. 4 wickets for him. Alongside me in the comm box is Babashish Nanda. And looks like it's time.
Ramesh has got a slip in position. Chasing that wide-ish ball, Stanley eventually gets a wide. I don't blame him though. You want to get off to a good start here. A positive start too. Few of the middle of the bat, few boundaries here and there. Settle down if any nerves are there in that dugout. Stanley pulls, mistimes it. Won't clear mid on. Rahul takes it. 1 for 1.
And this is exactly what Cambodia didn't want, a wicket so early in the innings. Now what that might just do is it might push them onto the back foot. Stanley on that occasion, the intention was right to get the team off to a good start in run chases like this. A start usually defines the result. Stanley departs for a first ball duck. 1 for 1 are Cambodia.
Ram Roshan Sharan in at 3, in very early. 4 4s and 4 6s. He's a confident young man though. He needs all of that confidence to now start well. Starts well by finding the gap. There is a deep point. Good bit of field placement. That is from Aritra Datta, who knows Ramesh tends to bowl that hard length outside off. So both the boundary riders covering for the cut shot or the late cut. A deep third and a deep point. They're telling Uday Singh Hattinger there's a lot of space through cover and extra cover. See if you can hit it. And if you don't manage to hit it well enough, there's a chance for us.
It's just a little bit of extra bounce on that occasion from Ramesh, beating Uday Singh's bat.
Now we start for him too.
Oh, he has gone for the pole, hasn't timed it. But that will land safe. Picks up a single this time.
He's just seen somebody get out to that shot. Now suddenly Sharan is shadowing the same shot, trying to keep it down.
That's the fundamental difference. Sharan was probably trying to show Uday how he should have played that.
I think both of those batters, Nishant, who have now mistimed the shot, wanted to keep it down. Intention was there. But because now Ramesh is getting that extra bounce, even that is trouble. I would rather not play that shot. Keep that out for a little while. It's not as if they're chasing 209.
Watchfully defended. End of the over. It's 3 for 1 after 1 over.
Not exactly handy runs, but some runs for Sachin. Let's see if he can translate that to his bowling. Has only gotten better as the tournament has progressed in terms of his rhythm.
That's nicely played. Straight to the fielder, sweeping on the offside. Anish will pick up a single. Will bring Sharan back on strike.
Unlike Cambodia, who started with bowling very straighter lines, Singapore have actually started from wide outside the off, both of these bowlers. And they're hoping to keep it there. The captain has given them the same feel too. So doing everything to the basics now, Singapore.
I think they're just trying to entice the Cambodian batters to play false shots. This line and length is more to force a mistake from the batters. Off the outside edge this time. Just a single.
Looked like a bit of change of pace from Sachin there. I wonder if by bowling so, Nishant, you're also telling the batter well before the ball has been released that where the ball is going to be, and almost negates bowled and LBW and all those kinds of dismissals. So it works both ways.
Defends it with a straight bat on that occasion. Sharan. He's somebody who have felt that is not someone who will get perturbed by what is happening around. He likes to be in his own zone and silently keep doing his job.
And really backs himself, which is so crucial at this level. Height, lot of it, says Kalidas. Even as a bowler, really innocuous in terms of how he bowls the right arm off, but still bowls the tough overs. Bowled the death today as well.
And returned with very good figures too. Off the outside edge again. Single to finish the over. 2 overs bowled at 7 for 1.
Strong shot, but that is the field they've got, and constantly bowling to that field.
So Ramesh managing to pick up a wicket in his very first over, first legal ball that he bowled. Short ball this time that's been pulled away. No protection in the deep on the onside. Uday Singh gets the shot right this time. And that's the first boundary of the innings for Cambodia.
Ramesh wouldn't really enjoy that. Even if he's not picking up wickets, if he keeps it tight with the new ball, it allows the first change bowlers, the spinners, to start well. Wickets is their only currency, I understand, but just keeping it tight might force Sharan or Uday to go after somebody else. Somebody like Rahul, if he gets a new ball, semi-new that is. 5 runs already of the first 2 balls. Was a bad ball. Uday Singh Hatinjar has really missed that cut shot. Only gets a feather. And it goes to the keeper too. They're 12 for 2.
Yes, shot wide, way outside the off stump, looking to cut. The keeper takes the catch. And Ramesh Kalimuttu has struck again. Uday departs for 7 of 6. Lakshit Gupta is the new man in. Opens the face of the blade there. Steers it down towards third man for a single to get off the mark. That brings Sharan back on strike. Pushed down the ground. And off has a shy at the stumps. Batsman comfortably home in the end. So another single to finish the over. 3 overs have been bowled. In fact, there's still a delivery to go, beg your pardon.
Because they've decided to open with Stanley, they can afford to send in another batter before Lukman. Almost shields him from this early chaos. The problem is, if this partnership gets broken earlier, then it's furthermore trouble. 14 for 2.
Sachin into his second over, starts off with one outside the off stump. Sharan hiding the bat. It's a dot ball.
And also signaling to the non-striker that that ball kind of kept low. Still believe that one kept low because Sachin isn't bowling full tilt either. Just looking to land the ball where he wants it, which is wicket to wicket, keeping it tight. Still very much the same field, virtually that's the field they've got since the start of the second innings. Deep sweeper or the deep point and a deep third.
Just keeping it very tidy at this point in time. Not trying to give anything away.
Because Nishant, they know this is the power play that they fear. Post this power play, when they have fielders on the boundary, even getting 6 runs per over might be difficult if you don't get the odd boundary here and there. Couple of tight overs that goes to 7, 8 and so on and so forth. Runs on the onside. Couple of them.
Sharan batting on 7 of 13. And I think Singapore right now would want to take that required rate up to 6 and over. Once that happens, it's trouble. That's put away nicely by Sharan. Poor delivery, too far outside the off stump. And it's a boundary.
This is the confidence we were talking about. Couple of fielders coming in tight in that region, and Sharan really backs himself to go between the backward point and the point. Was in the air as well. Important boundary indeed. Not just for Sharan, but for that dugout to get slightly noisy. More cheers, more applause. Just cuts out the nervous energy. Once again looks to time this one away. 2 in a row now. Previous one he actually hit it too hard. This one it was just about placement. Ends that over with back-to-back boundaries.
Just the kind of over they would have wanted. 4 overs done there. That's nicely dapped down towards third man for a single. Ramesh into his 3rd over now. Just defending it and running for it. Sharan is a busy cricketer. He will want to just keep playing low risk shots and getting maximum dividends.
Another tactical change on the field comes from the Singapore captain. He's been really proactive, setting definitive fields and asking the bowlers to stick to that same line. He's gone to a wideish second slip and has another gully in that region to the new batter, Lakshit Gupta.
Again hitting it straight to the fielder, no chance for a run there.
Only problem is, because they have also used up two of their deep fielders in that region, no point of time in this spell Ramesh has been able to bowl straighter. I think that's what Ramesh wanted, a fielder on the onside. His captain has just asked him to keep it going, and Gupta is good enough to pull that one off the front foot. Smart batting this.
Yes, that was a very good looking shot there. He knew exactly where he wanted to hit it, didn't try to hit it too hard. Just getting the placement right and getting the boundary in as well. Keep getting these odd boundaries, they will be in a very good position. That's too far outside the off stump. That will be a wide. Rightly called in there. And just like that, without much trouble, they've picked up 7 runs of that over. Oh, that's hit his head. And that is running away. Good stop in the deep. They'll pick up only a single. Leg by signaled by the umpire. 5 overs bowled. It's 32 for 2. So Anish Param has been introduced into the attack. And Gupta doing well, goes on the back foot and punches it through the offside. It will be a boundary to welcome Anish into the attack then.
Slightly wider the crease. Param bowling a very wider line to begin the spell. And another very good cricket shot. That's a lapse on the field though. Singapore usually really pride themselves on being a good fielding unit. He's managing the spinners beautifully off the back foot. Third time he's pushed one in that same region with beautiful transfer of weight as well. Gets another 4.
Yes, that was done very well. Just off the back foot, just pushing it away, not trying to hit it too hard. Back-to-back boundaries here for Gupta. This time pushed it straight to the fielder. Sharan wanted a single but sent back. And they'll take overthrows.
Because of the urgency Sharan showed, the fielder did shy at the stumps. Quickly, Param must have realized this is a very good surface and the length has to be a touch fuller than what he started with. That brings the shots straighter down the ground in equation for now. Continues to drag it shorter, straight to the fielder.
So just 69 runs needed by Cambodia here. Too far wide outside the off stump. Sharan chasing it. Should have let it go maybe. That's another dot ball. Nicely done. Straight to the fielder again. Gupta wanted a single but sent back, and rightly so.
Yeah, finally apologize. And he must to Sharan. 41 for 2.
That's how he started with a wicket in the very first over. That was pulled along the ground. That cut shot went very wrong. But then some good looking shots by Sharan and Lakshit Gupta. Focusing on timing the ball, not trying to hit the ball too hard. Thus finding boundaries. Those two shots were delightful from Lakshit Gupta.
Aritra Datta has summoned the leggy. Couple of wickets so far. Did find his bowling rhythm in the last spell that he bowled. One has been turned away easily on the onside. With every run, Cambodia will believe that they are very much in the driver's seat. The more this partnership flourishes, perhaps 20 more runs. That's when you can really say for sure that this is Cambodia's game. With still Lukman Butt present in that dugout. And they should be getting home from here on in. And as far as Singapore is concerned, keep chipping away.
So that's nicely done. Single taken. And now that they've got a few boundaries going, they can afford to pick up the ones and twos without worrying too much about the required run rate. It's a good leave outside the off stump.
We've seen a couple of those today. Rahul Sharma, when he knew he's the only man remaining for Singapore with the bat, left a few outside off. And now Gupta knows they're very much ahead in terms of the scoring rate. Edged and taken! Aritra Datta must have injured himself badly because the ball has just gone on to hit him. But he's held on to the catch.
Yes, that went to his body. And the moment he fell down, he was grimacing in pain. A wicket has been produced here. Lakshit Gupta departs for 16 of 13. So the captain Lukman Butt is in the middle. 5 matches for him, 149 runs. He was at the top of the run getters list but was overtaken by the Saudi Arabian opening batters earlier this morning. Good opportunity for him to reclaim that spot. That's left alone by Lukman. 7 overs bowled, 43 for 3. Yes, this match is going to get interesting, and if you want to ensure that you do not stay behind, then unlock cricket by downloading the ACC app now. You can also visit www.asiancricket.org for all the action.
Aksharupa Puri. Bowl off break from the far end. Sharan with the spin on offer. Plays that one in the gap. This is the matchup Lukman Butt wanted first up when he's out there. He's hoping to get a right arm off spinner so that you can play with the spin. Usually the field is back on the onside when a right-hander is starting. Right-hander as good as him, that is.
Soft hands and Lukman Butt here. They're coming into bat at number 5. That's not the point. The point is that he's coming at a situation where they don't want to lose more wickets. And he looks to go over the top of the offside this time. Doesn't time it well. Will only pick up a single.
That's a strange option from Lukman first up. I think got inside the line of the ball and then knew he could just lift it. Puri doing the right thing. Bowling a very tight line here. Off the spin of the inside half the bat.
So this has been a pretty interesting effort here by the Singapore side. Have their job cut out. They picked up 3 wickets. They would somehow be wanting to get the wicket of Lukman Butt here.
Yeah, and having seen Lukman in this tournament, he's somebody who really doesn't mind playing boring cricket. He's okay not getting out. And when you are hungry, when you want to be there for as long as possible for your team, you eventually develop a very good watertight defensive game, which he's got. And Sharan is set now. 8 overs are done, 47 for 3 are Cambodia. It's actually Aritra Datta who's getting some more treatment, as Harsha Bharadwaj is ready to get the second over away.
Bowled a successful first over, broke the partnership.
So far hasn't bowled the googly. It's been all leg break in that first over.
Bowls the googly this time. Will pick up a single. Sharan on strike now. Oh, almost playing it onto the stumps there. He was looking to cut, but the ball kept getting closer to him.
Just get a feeling didn't pick it. And it's only off the surface. When he wanted to manage, it was too late for him.
Nicely bowled again.
Has to start bowling the leg break from the same line though, rather than much straighter.
Off the back foot, punched. Down the ground towards long on. Single taken.
Aritra Datta clearly having some problems. I don't know if his left leg or something, but he's struggling to move. Drags it shorter, and that is too easy for Lukman Butt. It's that bad ball that you want to stay away from. 50 up for Cambodia then.
Yes, that was a hit well wide of the fielder in the deep. Just the kind of delivery a batter like Lukman would want early in the innings to get that boundary going. Not timing that one at all. It's a dot ball to finish the over. 9 bowled, 53 for 3.
Only 1 over for the left arm spinner Param. And since then, the Singapore captain has gone to the off spinner, the right hand. Launched. Sharan really sends this one over that manual scoreboard. That is with the wind too. Took a little step towards the ball, converted that into a really hit-me delivery. Dynamic footwork indeed from Sharan. He moves on to 26 from 27. Takes the matchup on straight away.
After having gotten a 6 of the very first ball, he decides that it's okay to nudge the ball around now.
Yeah, 2 catching mid-wicket fielders here for Sharan. He's gone once again with the breeze. That will fly away. Second time in this over, he's really trusted himself and the strong cross breeze here at TCG.
Yes, that was again a very good strike, very clean. He knew exactly what he was trying to do and was not in two minds while playing that shot. Moves on to 32 of 29 now. Picked up 3 wickets as well. What a performance that is turning out to be. Again, just blocks it away.
Credit to Puri to still bowl a straighter line and slow. Outside the off, and somehow he's managed to come back inside the crease. It looked like he was out of balance, out of the crease, but dragged his back foot.
Final delivery of the over, 45 needed of 61 deliveries. Definitely ahead Cambodia at the halfway mark. Single to finish the over. 10 overs bowled, 66 for the loss of 3 wickets.
At the halfway mark, Cambodia only need 44 more. 33 unbeaten from Ram Roshan Sharan. He will perhaps go on to become the top scorer of the game when he gets past Rahul Sharma's 39. Harsha Bharadwaj will get his third over.
It's 2 overs, 1 for 8 for Harsha Bharadwaj. Sharan on strike. Oh, slightly quicker on that occasion. It's off the outside half. He'll pick up a single.
He's very much off the outside edge. And spun.
Pushed away. Straight to the fielder. Single taken. Nicely bowled. Very well tossed up there. Watchfully defended. Lukman Butt doesn't seem to be in any kind of hurry, and rightly so. On the shorter side, that has been pulled away, but there is protection in the deep, just a single. Excellent recovery this by Cambodia. On that note, we'll say hello to Richard.
Well, thank you. Sharan bowled well. Now he's 34 not out of 33 balls. And those 2 sixes in the 10th over, I think, might be the key blows of this match.
We're going back and defending it again. So, courtesy those couple of sixes that he hit in the previous over, they can really afford to play out Bharadwaj, who's bowled well. That is running away off the outside half. Chase for Sachin. He will pull it back but cannot stop the second run. 11 ball at 70 for 3.
Forty runs to win in 9 overs. Lukman Butt has already taken 4 catches. As they always say, catches win matches.
Off the back foot, slapped away, straight to the fielder. That is a dot ball again. Anish Param into his second over. And that's a good looking shot from Lukman Butt. Very nicely struck. He picked the gap brilliantly there.
He's done this before in his first class and list day and probably T20 career in Pakistan. But now he's carrying the hopes for his new country, Cambodia.
Left alone outside the off stump. That went over the tram line maybe.
Looked like they might have been a team created just for hosting the SEA Games in Phnom Penh. But they're still playing cricket, and this is their first ACC tournament.
And they're heading towards playing the Premier Cup as well. Still a little early to say. That's nicely played by Lukman, but again room on the offside, and he pounced onto that one.
We've been watching Cambodia for a couple of weeks now. We saw them play China and Myanmar. Then we saw them a little bit out of their depth against Saudi Arabia, but they won their last 2 group games, and now it looks like they're going to win this semi-final if they can just keep going.
He's got all the time in the world right now if you look at it. 8 overs after this. They need just 31. Oh, he hits it straight back to the bowler. Do we have a late twist in the tail, Richard?
Didn't expect him to do that. Hit it straight back to the bowler. Still work to do for Cambodia. And Singapore still have a chance.
No, this game is not over yet. Lukman Butt departs for 16 of 16. Shortish delivery this time. Sharan pulls. So this is Harsha's final over. Etienne Bukes walks into the middle then.
Dukes does well to block that one. Of course, Sharan is going along nicely. There is no additional responsibility for Bukes to really get on with the scoring. Can afford to take his time. Quicker delivery, spinning back into the right-hander. Drawing the attention of their deep fielders now. Aritra Datta always wants to manifest something, manifest some energy in that inner circle. Param has given them that little window of opportunity. Good looking shot, but very well fielded by Param. has played it so well. Was outside the off, was coming back in, and then the late cut from Sharan that takes him to 41.
He's had quite a day, 3 wickets. Now he's top scoring with 41. He knows if he's there at the end, Cambodia will have won. So 84 for 4 from 13 overs. .26 runs off 7 overs. Will Cambodia hold their nerve? Really should be able to get 4 singles and over, and 1 or 2 boundaries will put them well on top.
Sharan has heard you, right? Bukes doesn't really want to wait that long. Was tossed up above the eye line.
He's got a nice arc in over deep mid-on and mid-wicket. He can clear that boundary.
Doesn't have to though. Can still do this.
No,
It'll be
that's
just
better.
fine. Absolutely. Because once the pressure of this game is over, they will realize how big this is for Cambodia. Of the inside half of the bat, one more. Doing it in singles, doing it with a lot of faith now, these two. First ever major semi-final event for them, and a real chance to now qualify for the Premier Cup. Buxy goes down the ground, launches it over, long on that is.
That is the Buke zone. As Danny Morrison would say, boom!
Yes, really rocketed. Up and over. 6 overs to go. Cambodia only needs 16 more.
We had the dignitaries from Saudi Arabia here this morning. The VIP area somewhat empty now, but it will mean a lot for cricket in Cambodia if they win today, reach the final tomorrow, and then go to Oman to play in a major competition.
Mean a world to their players too. A lot of the players have shifted their base moved their entire life to a different country to really dream about playing top flight international cricket. The sacrifices they must have made to go through that entire journey, to then be selected, be picked in the team, and go on to produce a performance like what Sharan has delivered. Quite incredible, the magnitude of the achievement. Yorker dug out nicely, and Sharan will get the second run. Misfield from Ramesh.
They've probably been playing cricket in Singapore for 100 years and more at the Padang, wonderful ground in the centre of Singapore with all the rises surrounding the ground. Cambodia really have been playing for no more than 1 year.
Come the next year, they will be rubbing shoulders with the biggest of giants in that Premier Cup. Richard, you must have seen a lot of these teams really coming out from the grassroots level, making sure that they're good enough firstly and then go on to complete and win tournaments. That's coming our way. In fact, it's launched. It's gone over us. Sharan goes to 50 with a remarkable straight hit. It's a performance to remember for Sharan. Wickets with the ball, and now this crucial half century in the run chase. Kept his head down and lifted it up.
I think that was his third six, and he's batted brilliantly. One more six and the scores will be level. Yeah, I must admit, in this country we've seen a lot of small countries become much bigger countries on the cricket field.
Oh, power down the ground. That is 4 more. Now in a rush. Up here in the commentary box, I can just watch them dancing in that dugout.
Afghanistan have made it all the way to World Cups and to a test playing country. Now it's Cambodia's turn.
The Cambodian flag wrapped around them, with smiles all over their faces. 3 more to get. Short ball has been helped away. They will storm into the ground. And this moment right now belongs to Cambodia, where they have come out of nowhere and told the entire continent to come look at them. Not just a finale berth for them, but they go on to qualify for the Premier Cup. Sharan finishes with 61 unbeaten. Cambodia wins the second semi-final by 6 wickets. It means a world lot to Manish, to everyone who has been a part of their journey, to not only come here and perform and outperform other quality sides. Bunch of youngsters really on course to create history, and they have.
That is a marvellous performance from Cambodia. And it's not just expats and Pakistanis and so on, but there's about 4 or 5 Cambodian national young Cambodians in this squad. They'll be playing in the future.
You really don't wake up every day, come to a cricket ground and watch scenes like this. Still had plenty of batting to come, and they got there well in time. 2 wickets very early on for Ramesh Kalimuthu, but these runs were never going to be enough. In a morning that was dominated by Saudi Arabia and the brute they have become with the bat, the afternoon very much belongs to Cambodia here. They win the second semi-final by 6 wickets. will go on to play Saudi Arabia in the grand finale of ACC Men's Challenger Cup 2024 and have now qualified for the Premier Cup. We have just seen history being written by Cambodia. Time for us, me and Richard here, to dive into a little breather. You'll meet Nishant Majidia on the other side of the break with the post-match presentation party.
Check, check, check. Excitement, ecstasy, euphoria. Well, these are the moments that you follow the sport for. These are the moments you play the sport for. And these are the moments why you love the sport. Well, it was a fascinating day at the semi-finals of the ACC Challenger Cup tournament. And I'm pretty sure that the end of it, although we didn't have two great games, but we definitely had some great stories. Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the post-match presentation of the semi-final, the second semi-final of the ACC Challenger Cup. Before we begin, we'd like to thank the Asian Cricket Council, the Cricket Association of Thailand for hosting this tournament. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, official streaming platform FanCode, official partners Dafa News and 1xBat, and commercial partners TCM. So ultimately, in the second semi-final of the tournament, Cambodia have defeated Singapore by 6 wickets, not just to enter the finals of this tournament, but also to qualify for the Premier Cup. Congratulations to the entire Cambodian unit. Well, of course, while there is ecstasy at one end, there is definitely a lot of disappointment at the other. I'd like to call upon Aritra Datta for a quick chat, please. Well, Aritra, what's wrong with the leg?
Just a small injury. I'll be okay.
But I think the injury of not making it to the finals would be a little deeper.
Absolutely, yeah.
So close yet so far. What would you like to take from here on going forward, probably for the next year?
I think we just need to stop taking a step forward and a step back, step forward and a step back. It has to be consistent steps forward, and we have not done that so far.
And as far as today's game is concerned, where do you think you missed the plot?
Just, again, irresponsible batting in the power play. That's where we lost the plot today.
Not keep you holding for a lot, but thanks a lot for the entertainment and good luck for the future.
Thank you so much.
Of course, clearly the disappointment showing on Aritra Datta's face. But yeah, it was definitely a performance which they could have done better with. And as he mentioned, it was a little bit of irresponsible batting that cost them the game. Now on to the other side of the spectrum. It's time to invite the captain of Cambodia, Lukman Butt. Just tell us, what does this mean for the Cambodian cricket team?
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम सबसे पहले कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन फॉर फाइनल कम्बोडिया टीम एंड प्रीमियर कप तो बस बॉलिंग में यही प्लान जो बॉलर को दिया था अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उन्होंने वही बॉलिंग की और सबसे मेन टर्निंग पॉइंट हमारी फील्डिंग तो 4 कैच अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मेरी तरफ ही आई तो इस वजह से कम टारगेट पे उनको पकड़ लिया.
And when the chase was on, lost a few quick wickets, there was a little bit of pressure.
नो कोई प्रेशर नहीं था. रोशन अच्छा खेल रहा था, पूरा कॉन्फिडेंस था उसको भी. पॉजिटिव जिसको भी मैंने यही बोला कि यार पॉजिटिव जाना है तो इंशाल्लाह वो पूरा खेले वो.
Now, what are the plans for the finals?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह लड़के पॉजिटिव हैं, यही बोला है सबको कि यार पॉजिटिव रहो, बाकी इंशाल्लाह रिजल्ट ऊपर वाले के हाथ में है अल्लाह ताला के.
Congratulations once again and have a great night.
थैंक यू.
Well, time to announce the player of the match, but I'd like to first invite Mr. Iftikhar to come forward, the match ref of the game, to give away the trophy. Well, it was one of those days where performances, well, nothing really mattered in front of the stories, but this is a story which will definitely be there in the Cambodian folklore for quite a long time. All-round performance, 3 for 14 in 4 overs, 61 not out of 46 deliveries. The player of the match, Rahul Sharma. Yes, so just lining up for the picks. After which we can have a quick chat with Rahul Sharma as well. Well, Ram, what do you want to talk about first, the bowling or the batting?
First of all, I would like to congratulate my team and the management for this great opportunity for the Premier Cup. And our players really, they showed their caliber. Initially in the tournament, we were lacking somewhere in the fielding side and in the starting batsmen. But we really showed our caliber in this match. And the result is in front of you. Thank you very much.
And of course, when you were bowling, things were a little easier because at the top, Sharman had bowled a brilliant spell. But when it came down to chasing the total down, there was a little bit of trouble when you went into bat.
Yeah, they definitely. Singapore team got their initial wickets, and after that, we really need to show the composure. But by and me, we just thought that just make a small runs partnership, and yeah, we got the result.
Where's the party tonight?
I think it's all up to CEO. So he needs to decide where he needs to go. And I thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, sir. Cheers.
Right then, it's all down to Manish to decide where's the party tonight. But let me tell you, it's going to be a long night here in Bangkok as Cambodia celebrates its entry into the Premier Cup and into the finals of the Challenger Cup as well. That's all for now. We take a day's break. We come back day after with all the action from the big final, of course, but also the third place playoff match between Japan and Singapore, following which we'll have the big final between Saudi Arabia and Cambodia. Till we meet again, on behalf of everybody, it's goodbye from Nishant Majid here. Do take good care.